Next authority is Court of Enquiry. The appropriate government constitute a court of enquiry by gazetted notification. According to section 6, the court of enquiry is for enquiring into any matter appearing to be connected with or relevant to any industrial dispute. Means for the enquiry purpose, the court of enquiry authority is established. Its constitution. A court of enquiry must constitute of one or a more independent person or persons. When it constitutes of two or more person, then one of them is appointed as the chairman. If it has prescribed quorum, then it can be act in the absence of the chairman or any of its members. If the appropriate government notifies the court that the service of the chairman are no longer available, the court cannot act until a new chairman has been appointed. According to the section 8, which provides inter alia, according to it, a temporarily the vacant place can be filled. And under section 9, whenever the order has been passed by the court of enquiry is the final order. Now in this case, Lilavati Bai versus State of Bombay, it was pointed out that although section 9 provides for finality in respect of orders passed constituting conciliation boards and court of enquiry, but then also constitutional remedies under article 32, 226 and 227 are not excluded. So we have seen the authority court of enquiry, then its constitution. So according to this section 8, the vacant place can be filled, and according to section 9, whatever the order has passed by the court of enquiry is the final order. Next are the duties. The matters which are given to the court of enquiry, then they should investigate the matter within 6 months from the commencement of the enquiry.